morning, students. We are learning journal entries. We have finished 2 sums already. Now I am going to teach you sum number 9, page number 60 from your textbook. Take the sum. Journalize the following transactions in the books of Ramesh, who is dealing in computers. Year 2018, March month. On March 1, Ramesh, the owner, started business with cash, goods and furniture. The amounts were given: cash rupees 3 lakhs, goods rupees 80,000 and furniture rupees 27,000. I already told you in our last class, sometimes the proprietor or the owner may bring capital in the form of cash, goods and movable and immovable assets to the business in the name of capital. Here Ramesh also brings capital like cash, goods and furniture. See children, before starting to pass journal entries, write the format first. Journal entries in the books of Ramesh. Write the title and in your accounts notebook allot the columns like this. First one, date column, then particulars, then LF, ledger folio number, then one debit amount column, one credit amount column. Allot 5 columns like this. Next, put the date under date column. 2018 March 1 on first date column. Here Ramesh started business with cash, goods and furniture. He brings all these things, cash, goods and furniture, as a capital. So all things should be debited. All are come into the business. So cash comes in, stock comes in, furniture comes in. So according to our real account rule, we should debit all these things. So cash account debtor, stock account debtor, furniture account debtor. This is a compound entry. We have learnt what is compound entry in our last class. Compound entry means we have more than one debit or more than one credit or both in the same entry. We can pass this type of compound entries to simplify 2 or 3 transactions combinedly in a same entry. So here cash account debtor, stock account debtor, furniture account debtor. Write the concern amount, related amount to the particular account. Cash account 3 lakhs, stock account 80,000, furniture account 27,000. Right? Correct amount in correct account. Like always, proprietor's capital account should be credited because proprietor brings the capital. Proprietor is the giver of these things to the business. According to personal account rule, credit the giver. Here Ramesh is the giver, so to Ramesh capital account. Here add all the amounts under debit column. 3 lakhs plus 80,000 plus 27,000. You will get totally 4 lakhs 7,000. That 4 lakhs 7,000 should be written under credit column. Total debit is equal to, must be equal to total credit column. So write the total 4,07,000 under credit column. Then write the narration. Start the narration with the word being. Being business started with cash, stock and furniture. Do you understand, children? Our next transaction is on March 2. Money deposited into bank 2 lakhs. Whose money? Owner's money deposited into his own account 2 lakhs. On 1st March, Ramesh brought rupees 3 lakhs as his capital, isn't it? Out of that 3 lakhs, now on March 2, Ramesh deposits money into his account. When he deposits money into his account, who will receive the money? Ramesh, banker, will receive the money. So according to personal account, banker is the receiver, so bank account must be debited. Debit the receiver. Bank account here is debited. Then what goes out? Though he deposited his money in his own account, the money goes from the business to his bank account. So money goes out. So according to our real account rule, credit what goes out. So to cash account must be credited. See, write the amount 2 lakhs only in amount column, both debit and credit columns, like this. Write the amount correct in digits. Then write the narration being cash deposited into bank. No need to write the name of the bank. Next transaction, March 3rd, bought furniture from Mrs. Jayalakshmi Furniture for rupees 28,000 on credit. Ramesh bought furniture. Ramesh is doing computers business, but he bought furniture for his business. So that furniture is not the stock or purchases. Furniture is a movable asset. Ramesh is purchasing for the use of business. So furniture bought from Mrs. Jayalakshmi Furniture for rupees 28,000 on credit. He doesn't pay money for that. On credit basis, he bought the furniture. The transaction, put the date under date column, March 3rd. Furniture comes into the business. Here we are using real account rule. Debit what comes in. Here furniture comes in. So furniture account must be debited. Furniture account debtor. Then who is the giver of that furniture? Ramesh doesn't pay money for that. So till his payment, the supplier's name has to be mentioned in the books of accounts. So from where he is purchasing, where he is bought, Mrs. Jayalakshmi and Co. Otherwise Mrs. Jayalakshmi Furniture account. So you must credit Mrs. Jayalakshmi account. See, to Mrs. Jayalakshmi account. Otherwise you may write to Mrs. Jayalakshmi Furniture account. Both are correct. Write the amount in amount column 28,000. Then write the narration being furniture purchased on credit. Next, on March 4, purchased goods from Asogan for rupees 5,000 by paying through debit card. Purchased goods. Ramesh is purchasing goods. Here goods means computer goods, computer related things only here, goods. So Ramesh is purchasing goods from Ashokan for rupees 5,000 by paying through debit card. What do you mean by debit card? Debit card is nothing but your ATM card. When you buy things through ATM card, you need not pay in the form of cash, but your banker will pay money for that. From your bank account, banker will debit the money and banker will give the money to that particular party. So you need not pay in the form of cash. When you use debit card for your purchase, your banker will give the money for that. What will be your journal entry? Before that, put the date under date column. March 4. Purchases. Purchased goods, so we are using purchases. The word purchases. Purchases account must be debited. We should use nominal account rule. What is our nominal account rule? Debit all expenses and losses. Here purchase is our expense, so purchase account must be debited. Then who will be the giver for that purchase? Your banker. Here we are using personal account rule. Credit the giver, banker is the giver, so bank account must be credited, right, to bank account. Do you understand, children? Write the amount in both columns. 5,000, 5,000. Then write the narration, being goods purchased through debit card. Transaction March 5. Purchased goods from Guna and paid through net banking for cash rupees 10,000. Here also your Ramesh is purchasing from another supplier, but he pays through net banking. Through net banking he pays the cash. When you use net banking also, you need not to pay in the form of cash. While using net banking also, your banker will give money for that. They will debit the money from your bank account. On behalf of you, they will pay the supplier or they will do the expenses. So net banking, he paid through net banking for rupees 10,000. Put the date under date column, March 5. Here also Ramesh is purchasing, so purchases account must be debited as usual. Purchases, we are debiting purchases account under nominal account rule. Then banker will be the giver, so bank account must be credited to bank account. Amount is rupees 10,000 on both columns. Do you understand, children? Then write the narration, being goods purchased and paid through net banking. Here also March 4 also we have purchased, Ramesh has purchased, and March 5 also he had purchased. But first on March 4 he paid through debit card. March 5 he paid through net banking. But in both cases the banker will be the provider or giver of the money. So in both transactions bank account must be credited. Next transaction, March 6. Purchased goods from Kannan and paid through credit card rupees 20,000. March 6, next day also, Ramesh is purchasing goods from different supplier, from Kannan, and he paid through credit card. Do you know what is credit card? Credit card is like your debit card, but when we use debit card, the banker will debit the money from our bank balance. But in the operation of credit card, banker will allot you some amount as a loan. From that loan account, you are using credit card. When you use credit card, they will debit the amount from your loan account, and you have to pay that loan amount afterwards in monthly basis. On monthly basis, you have to pay for that. So this is a different between credit card and the debit card. But in both cases, banker will be the giver for that purchase for the supplier. So journal entry, put the date under date column, March 6. Here also Ramesh is purchasing. So purchases account, debtor. Next, to bank account. Here also I already told you, here also banker is the provider, is the giver. So we have to credit bank account to bank account. Amount is rupees 20,000 on both sides. Then write the narration starting with the word being goods purchased and paid through credit card. Next transaction, March 7, purchased goods from Shyam on credit for rupees 50,000. Again, Ramesh purchases goods from another supplier, but this time he doesn't pay cash. He purchases on credit basis for rupees 50,000. Put date under date column, March 7. As usual, purchases account must be debited according to nominal account rule. Amount rupees 50,000. Ramesh purchases for credit basis only. So who is the giver of that goods? Shyam is the giver. Here we are using personal account rule. So Shyam account must be credited. Write to Shyam account amount rupees 50,000, same amount. Write the narration being goods purchased on credit. Next, March 8, bill drawn by Shyam was accepted for rupees 50,000. Bill drawn. Here, bill drawn means bills payable. On March 7, Ramesh has purchased goods from Shyam on credit. For that credit transaction, our suppliers, if we do credit transactions, our supplier will draw bills in our name. That bills are known as bills payable. Bills payable. Bills payable is a physical record of the amount owing for any product or services that a company buys on credit. The seller of the goods or services is referred to as a vendor. Because of that, bills payable are sometimes called vendor invoices. Under the accrual method of accounting, bills payable are recorded in the books of accounts. payable category as a credit entry. When you have paid off a bill payable in future, the accounts payable is lowered with a debit entry. Actually, bills payable will be the liability for the business. So we have to credit when you have bills payable. When the supplier has drawn the bill in your name, that bill will be known as bills payable. You have to pay for that liability will become for you. So we have to credit that account. When you paid off the bill payable, it will be debited. Under bills payable, bill drawn by Shyam was accepted by Ramesh. March 8. Who is the giver of that bill? Here Shyam gives the bill to Ramesh. So Shyam is the giver. Here we are using personal account rule. Shyam account debtor. Your bills payable. You have received bills drawn by Shyam. That bills is known as bills payable. That is your liability. So that liability bill should be credited till the payment of amount. So to bills payable account, amount is rupees 50,000. Do you understand? Then write the narration being bills payable accepted. Paid half the amount owed to Messrs. Jayalakshmi Furniture by cheque. On March 3, Ramesh bought furniture from Messrs. Jayalakshmi Furniture. Amount rupees 28,000 on credit. Till now, up to March 8, Ramesh hasn't paid any money for that. March 9, he pays half of the amount. Out of the 28,000 only he bought furniture. Only he bought from Mrs. Jayalakshmi Furniture. Out of the 28, on March 9, he is paying 14,000. He gives check only for 14,000. He writes a check only for 14,000. When you give check to your supplier, that time also you need not to pay the supplier in cash. Your banker will provide cash for that check. Come to the journal entry, put date under date column. Who is the receiver of the check? Mrs. Jayalakshmi Furniture account. Mrs. Jayalakshmi Furniture will receive the check from you. From you means from Ramesh. So Mrs. Jayalakshmi Furniture account must be debited according to personal account rule. Debit the receiver. Then who will be the giver? Your banker will be the giver for that check. So to bank account. Here also we are using personal account rule to bank account. Amount rupees 14,000 only. Half of the amount he pays through check. Write the amount only 14,000. Write the narration being half amount paid by check. March 10. Shyam's bill was paid. On March 8, the bill drawn by Shyam. Ramesh was accepted that bill. That bill is known as bills payable. Now on March 10, Ramesh is paying money for that bills payable. as we have studied in bills payable, when we pay bills payable, that bills payable account must be debited. Journal entry, put date on date under date column, bills payable account. Now we are paying cash for that. We means Ramesh is paying cash for bills payable, so bills payable account must be debited. Here we are using debit all expenses and losses. Here we are paying the money for bills payable. Name of the expense, I mean we are spending for bills payable, so bills payable account must be debited. Then cash goes out. According to real account, what goes out? To cash account 50,000 credit cash account. Then write the narration, being Shyam's bill paid. Do you understand, children? Hope you will understand this sum. Revise sum number 7, 8, 9, and we will meet in our next class. Thank you.